Hello, kindergartners. Welcome to your first shared reading lesson. My name is Mrs. Diaz, and I will be doing lessons with you throughout the week. And I have a friend joining me today. Here's my friend.
Hello.
This is Dylan. And since I don't have anyone else here, I had to invite Dylan so that he could help us with our lesson. Thanks for being here today.
You're very welcome.
All right. So what we are going to do today is we are going to be reading a new poem. And before we begin the poem, we're going to talk a little bit about the ocean. So I have a couple questions for you to think about. The first question is, what do you know about the ocean? When I do this, that means that at home, you should be thinking about your answer. Let's try it. So, what do you know? Let's ask Dylan first. Dylan, what do you know about the ocean?
Well, I know that there's a lot of animals in the sea.
You are correct. You are correct. There are a lot of animals in the ocean. Let's talk about what are some of the animals that live in the ocean. Let's think about that one now. Can you say some out loud at home? Those are all good answers. We have some animals that live in the ocean that are going to be in our poem today. And I wanted to introduce them to you. So we have three animals. The first one is a starfish. The second one is a sea snail. And the last one is an oyster. All of those animals live in the ocean. So I'm going to read the poem 2 times. The first time I'm going to read all the way through, and the second time I'm going to stop. And we're going to talk about some of the words. All right, you ready, Dylan?
I'm ready.
Great, here we go. Follow Mr. Pointer so you can watch with me as I read. Way Down Deep by Mary Ann Hoberman. Underneath the water, way down deep, in sand and stone and seaweed, starfish creep. Snails inch slowly, oysters sleep. Underneath the water, way down deep. I really like our new poem. Now I'm going to read again. There's a couple words I want to talk about. Way Down Deep by Mary Ann Hoberman. Underneath the water, way down deep, in sand and stone and seaweed, starfish creep. Creep means to move slowly and quietly. Snails inch slowly. When you inch, you move a little tiny bit at a time. Oysters sleep underneath the water, way down deep. Okay, so what did you think of that poem? Did you like our new poem? What we're going to do now is we're going to talk about this. I want you to think about the question. What did you picture in your mind as you listened to the poem? Let's think about that. I'd like you to share your thinking. Can you share your thinking out loud to Dylan? Oh, those are great things to think about. All right, so I don't know, Dylan, what did you picture in your mind when we listened to this?
Well, Mrs. Diaz, when you said that inch was to move slowly, I pictured a snail slowly moving on the sand.
That's a really good thought. Thanks for sharing, Dylan. Now let's think of a different thing. What if you could be one of the animals in the poem? Which one would you like to be? Can you tell Dylan? Dylan, did you hear them?
I sure did.
So what did they want to be?
Oh, there were a lot of people that wanted to be starfish, but I did hear a couple that wanted to be snails and even some oysters.
Oh, great job, kindergartners. Now,
I want you to think about the poem one more time. And this time I'm going to read with you. So if you remember some of these words, I'd like you to read out loud with me. Are you ready? Here we go.
Way Down Deep by Mary Ann Holberman. Underneath the water, way down deep, in sand and stone and seaweed, starfish creep, snails inch slowly, oysters sleep. Underneath the water, way down deep.
Do you think that Way Down Deep is a good title for this poem? Why or why not? I'd like you to say this. I think Way Down Deep is or is not a good title because. Okay, tell Dylan, ready? Great job. I really enjoyed reading with you today. Now, tomorrow we're going to reread our poem again. So I'll see you then.